Welcome back to Dad and Daughters Collectibles. We are back. I promised you more Donruss hobby boxes. We got more Donruss hobby boxes. Our first one was, I'm sorry, we did this will be our third one, but out of this batch of 3 that I bought, our first one was pretty good. A gold to 10 prospect, a couple of decent prospect autos, a Bryce Eldridge, I think case hit, Black Pandora, looks awesome. I mean, the aesthetics on the card are amazing. And we're back for more. This is a really fun set to open. Again, you see the price of this, even with Topps Series 2 out, with Chrome available for pre-order as of recording. The price of these is holding steady because they're just a fun rip. And again, you're not going to hit the one-of-one Jacob Mizrachi Superfractor in Chrome Auto. That's going to be worth $50,000 or whatever it's going to be worth. But you can get a ton of good stuff in here, and it's just a very, very good, consistent rip, and that is why I enjoy ripping it, even though it is unlicensed. So, all right, here we go. Let's get into our first pack. Our first pack of the last box had a gold to 10 and a relic to 49 of Trey Savage. So, tough to beat that first pack. Let's see how we do here. This is a thicker one, so I'm wondering, do we hit our relic yet again in our first pack? We did. That is our relic. We got a numbered, oh wow, it's another good first pack here. We've got Carlton Fisk on the Donruss to 250 red, I'm guessing. We got our relic is Adam Dunn, not the best relic. Is a decent looking relic. It's probably not game worn. Not the enclosed game worn used material. Okay. So that is an upgrade on this one versus the other one. Not the best name, but it is game worn or used. Gil Hodges. All right, this should be numbered. Diamond Marvels to 99. How about a little PC hit? Jackson Churio on the Diamond Marvel, 62 of 99. So not a bad first pack to get us warmed up here. We take those. We take those. Actually, really nice job here by Panini on this card. You got his number there. The Brewers is kind of his arms in front of it where you would expect to see it, so you kind of don't notice it. And really the only thing I notice about that from an unlicensed perspective is that the Brewers logo is not visible on the helmet, but otherwise looks really good. Sleeve up this Fisk, and we will be on our way into pack 2. What do we got here? There, and these go here. Great. Lots of big names in here. Connor Griffin, McGonigal, big prospects like Jesus Madi on the Brewers. Chance at downtowns. Never hit a downtown. Maybe today is our day that we'll hit a downtown. Looks like a pretty standard pack here. Jim Tomei on the hollow Donruss. You got to be a little careful as you get to this section because sometimes you can get just a sticker auto right in the middle of there, but today is not that day. Josh Hamilton Elite Series, and he definitely was for a couple of years there. And a couple prospect cards at the end. All right, so looking to improve on that Churio, and we definitely should with a couple of autos here coming up. There we go. Looks like we've got an auto, no. Just trying to stay ahead of the autos. I generally try not to cheat, but I guess I'm getting into that habit and I need to work on it. Mitch Voigt to 199. Not sure who that is. Griffey Sr., Bryce Rayner is a nice prospect. Ethan Holiday, of course, is a nice prospect. I believe he's out for the year. Got hurt. But he was doing really well. Sometimes that happens to these guys. He was also drafted out of high school, so there's really no real reason to worry about him at this point. All right, pack 4. Peyton Tolley on the Donruss Hollow. Coming attractions, Carson Benj. Well, he is no longer a coming attraction. He is already here. Judge on the optic. Riley Quick, Laviolette, and Andrew Painter. These are shorter printed inserts, the coming attractions. Unfortunately, they just don't have a ton of collectability. So even though they're not like super common, they also just aren't worth very much, unfortunately. All right, got a couple autos still to go. Maybe get a downtown. What do you say? I've never done a downtown, never had a downtown. All the collecting we've done where we've had a chance. Basketball, football, even bought a baseball product last year that had the downtowns, 3 and 2. Carson Benj on the prospect on the lasers. Never got one. Maybe this is the box. Maybe this is the year even. I'll just take it if this is the year I get one. Will Clark on the kind of orange color match there. To 199. Dylan Cruz on the crunch time. Dylan Cruz is playing again. He's been called up. He's actually been doing a little bit better. Maybe he'll be one of these guys like Jordan Walker, where it just takes him a couple years to figure it out, but we'll see. We'll put Will the Thrill up there. Thick pack with a spacer. Josh Hammond on the silver rated prospect. Sure you get this in a good spot for you guys. If I've been low, holler in the comments. Trying to do it all. Sometimes I'm not the best at it. Gil Hodges, Caden Bodine, Bobby Witt Unleashed. So that was just a pretty base pack there. All right, we are into the second half of the box. Let's hope this is where all the good stuff is, because outside of that Churio, not much going on here. With that said, you get about that many kind of regular packs, and so if all these are good, that means we just have good things coming. Another spacer, looks like we've got a purple, and then something up front here. Carter Jensen, Liam Doyle on a silver hollow. David Wright, Roman Anthony, another spacer. All right, Will Clark on the optic. We've got maybe a pink or a fuchsia. Bubba Chandler, I'll have to look up the number on that one. Ooh, to 49, that's a purple, I believe, to 49. We will take a Bubba Chandler rookie optic to 49. Go right up there next to Churio. All right, 5 packs to go, 2 autos in there. Sometimes you get a bonus auto, could be 3, who knows? Maybe they'll all have autos. I'd trade it all for a downtown, I'll tell you that though. Frank Chance on the laser, silver laser. We could have an auto coming up here. This could be an auto. It is, it's a sticker. We'll set that down. It's gonna be numbered to 49, it looks like. Ooh, Mizraski on the Unleashed. We'll sleeve that up. All right, and then we're gonna get back to this auto to 49. Did not see. I think the team color is represented by red. So there's a red team color. Cardinals, Reds, Red Sox. Well, that is a pretty good one. He is one of the hottest guys out there. Hope that's his auto and they didn't mess the sticker up. It doesn't look like a Franklin Arias. RIAS, let's guess the A, maybe that's the F. 34 of 99, so I was wrong. It wasn't to 49, but it's to 99. Franklin Arias, I will definitely take it. He is an elite prospect. And we will love to have that in the collection for the time being. And that's going to go right up front and center. We love it. So a very good first auto. The fact that it was numbered is even better. Got a red and a blue ice optic. Not seen one of those yet. Don't know what that's numbered to. Brandon Sprout. Aiden Miller on the rated prospect. He's been, boy, it feels like he's been ready to debut for a while, and just, I don't know if the Phillies don't need him, they're giving him more time, or what the deal is. Clemens on the optic, and then we got a blue ice. Is this going to be not an auto? Justin Crawford. An Elite Series Bobby Witt Jr. All right, this is to 15. 15 of 15, Justin Crawford. Looks great. So another low-numbered card, second box in a row. One had 15, last box had to 15, or I'm sorry, to 10. This one has one to 15. All right, I like that. We like low-numbered cards. That's what you want to see in an unlicensed product, because if you're not going to get, you know, those high-end licensed cards, you want low-numbered stuff. So there we go. Justin Crawford, blue ice to 15. Sorry for bumping there. 3 packs to go. 1 auto in here. Plus, who knows? These things can hold anything. Something there. Signatures. It's our last auto, so let's set that aside right there. You'll see it right there. All right, we got, wow, a lot of stuff in here. This is why you like this product. You just open a pack like that and you just see all that color. You get some dud packs and then you just hit one like this when you're just like, whoa, everything. And there's our acetate, Eduardo Tate. Sleeve that one up, couple to sleeve up there, and we got even more here. Bobby Witt on the hollow. Josh Hammond, and this is going to be to either, I think, 149, and this is going to be just a laser maybe of Matt Shaw. So non-numbered on the Matt Shaw. Hammond is to 149. So two numbered cards and a 1 per box hit in that acetate there. Or clearly these are called Eduardo Tate. Those have to be, I mean, I can't imagine getting one of those graded given they're supposed to be perfectly clear. Like if there's any blemish in the Michael Young's 199, if there's any blemish in there, it's gonna just make it a 9 by default. So I have to imagine those are almost just never worth getting graded. But who knows, maybe you could be the only one that gets one with a PSA graded 10. Alrighty, anything in here? Doesn't look like it. Looks like this is just a regular old pack. Jimmy Crooks. Nolan Ryan optic. Jingsen Hoko optic. Colt Emerson on the Unleashed. And more paper. Alright, here we go. We're getting to this last auto. That was in the middle of the pack, so that's right on that card there. We're going to slide this forward. Alright. Gibson, Renil Rodriguez, who is one of the better prospects out there now too. Marcelo Meyer on the Diamond Marbles. Elston Howard on the laser. Looks like an old timer. All right, here we go. For all the marbles, a second auto. It's going to be Signature Series. It is blue. I'm guessing this is going to be numbered to 75. Pitcher, Grant Taylor for Chicago. Don't know anything about him. SSGT, Grant Taylor. It's numbered though. Doesn't have a rookie shield, so presumably first big league ball, closer in the making. So he might be up in the league at this point. Don't know. We'll have to look him up. I don't know anything about him though. So there we go. Second auto, Grant Taylor. First auto makes up for it. Franklin Arias is an awesome one. This box, I would say, not as good as the first one. We did get a Justin Crawford. I'm not going to do the full recap here. Here's all of the numbered or kind of lower, hits you'd call out. Got inserts and hollows here as well. For sure, the best card here with this Franklin Arias. The trio to 99 is nice. Bubba Chandler to 49, I believe. And some other good stuff, but overall, that first box was definitely better. So with that said, I think this card, this Arias, is better than any card in either box. So I guess that's your trade-off, right? Alrighty, we have one more of these hobby boxes to go, and then we'll see if we get any more or not. We'll showcase these guys at the end. Again, if you want to support the channel, A like and subscribe is the easiest way to do it. Leave a comment, helps the algorithm, gets our videos out there. Another way you can do it is to buy cards from us. We have an eBay store, linked in the description. Some of these may end up out there for sale. You get a card, hopefully somebody you want, and in return it helps us keep buying cards so we can keep ripping and doing videos. So you get something you want at a fair price, and we get to keep ripping. So everybody benefits. All right, thank you for watching. Give us a like, subscribe, and remember, girls are collectors too.